Imagine a bomber aircraft so elusive, so untouchable, that not a single missile on Earth can bring it down. At first glance, it looks as wide as a football field, yet on enemy radar, it appears no bigger than a fly. No matter how advanced the radar network, for the B-2 Spirit, slipping through it is child's play. This is not just a bomber, it's the deadliest ghost ever built in the skies. Silent, invisible, and terrifyingly powerful, it can deceive heat-seeking and infrared-guided missiles with ease. A machine so advanced that it cost the United States nearly $2 billion per aircraft, making it the most expensive warplane ever created. And yet, despite its price, military strategists say it's worth every cent, because the B-2 Spirit bomber could, if unleashed, alter the very map of the world. But the question is, how does an aircraft with a 52-meter wingspan simply vanish from radar screens? What kind of science has the US been hiding for nearly 4 decades? To understand the birth of this phantom bomber, we must step back into history, into an incident that once humiliated America before the entire world. In May 1960, right in the middle of the Cold War, a US Lockheed U-2 aircraft took off from South Asia Air Base. Its mission was daring: fly across Soviet territory at an altitude of 80,000 feet and capture photos of nuclear sites and military installations. At the time, the Americans believed that altitude made the U-2 untouchable. No jet, no missile, nothing could reach it. But the moment the aircraft crossed into Soviet airspace, radars lit up. Fighter jets scrambled, but couldn't get close. Then, the Soviets fired their new S-75 Dvina surface-to-air missile. Officials had heard of this weapon but dismissed it, convinced it couldn't reach such heights. They were wrong. The missile locked on and struck the U-2 at 80,000 feet, tearing it apart over Sverdlovsk. The pilot, Francis Gary Powers, managed to eject but was captured. At first, Washington tried to spin the story, claiming it was just a NASA weather plane. But when the Soviets revealed the wreckage, the spy cameras, and the pilot himself, the truth was undeniable. America was humiliated on the world stage. That single incident changed the game. If the U-2, America's most advanced spy plane, could be destroyed, then its nuclear bombers could also be stopped before ever reaching enemy targets. The US now understood it needed something completely different. Not just faster or higher, but invisible. And thus, in the dark corners of US defense labs, the idea of stealth technology was born. Back in the 1970s and 80s, during the height of the Cold War, the US military had one burning question: how do you build a plane that can fly into enemy territory without ever being detected? The answer was born under a secret program called Have Blue. And what came out of it wasn't just another plane. It was a completely new idea: the flying wing. The B-2 Spirit has no tail, no sharp angles, no vertical stabilizers. Why? Because radar works like light hitting a mirror, it bounces back. A traditional plane's wings, tail, and fuselage are like mirrors pointing in every direction. But the B-2's smooth flying wing shape scatters radar signals away, making it appear invisible. To enemy radar operators, it's as if the plane simply isn't there. But stealth isn't only about design. The B-2 is covered in a classified radar-absorbent skin made of special composites that absorb radar waves instead of reflecting them. Its engines, hidden deep inside the body, with air intakes carefully shaped so radar can't peek inside. The hot exhaust gases are cooled and diffused before leaving the plane, so even heat-seeking missiles struggle to find it. And unlike most aircraft that give off electronic signals, the B-2 flies silently in the electromagnetic spectrum, controlling its emissions so precisely that it almost disappears even to modern sensors. The B-2 can carry a payload of 40,000 pounds, everything from GPS-guided conventional bombs to nuclear weapons. It was the first aircraft capable of delivering the massive ordnance penetrator, a 30,000-pound bomb designed to destroy deeply buried bunkers, like nuclear sites hidden under mountains. And here's the kicker: it can fly 6,000 nautical miles without refueling. But with aerial refueling, the B-2 can literally go around the world. That means it can take off from Missouri in the US, strike a target in the Middle East, and fly back without ever landing. Its first combat use came in 1999 during the Kosovo War. The B-2 flew directly from Missouri to Yugoslavia, dropped precision bombs, and then returned home. A a 30-plus-hour nonstop mission. The enemy never saw it on their radar. In 2003, during the Iraq War, B-2s destroyed key command centers and air defenses in the opening hours. In 2011, during the Libyan intervention, they struck Libyan airfields, crippling defenses within hours. During the Afghanistan War, a B-2 flew from Missouri, bombed targets in Afghanistan after traveling 9,500 kilometers, and returned, flying for 45 hours continuously with just one mid-air refueling. June 2025, 7 of them flew 18 hours into Iran, deep enough to strike hardened nuclear facilities, and returned undetected in complete tactical surprise. Crews endured up to 37-hour missions, sustained by onboard toilets, microwaves, even nap breaks. Silent, relentless phantoms at 50,000 feet. During one raid alone, 14 massive ordnance penetrators were delivered. Unprecedented stealth power on display. Here's the thing though, only 21 B-2s were ever built. Each costs around $2 billion, making it one of the most expensive aircraft in history. And with such complexity, even keeping them operational is a challenge. Today, only about 18 remain in service. So what about now? Is the B-2 still the king of stealth? Yes and no. For decades, no other nation could match it. Russia and China are still working on their own stealth bombers, the PAC-DA and the H-20, but neither has entered real service yet. Meanwhile, the US is already working on the next generation, the B-21 Raider. Sleeker, cheaper, and designed with modern stealth in mind, the Raider is set to replace the Spirit in the coming decades. But until then, the B-2 still rules the night skies. So the next time you look up at the stars, remember this: there could be something massive flying right above you. Something that radar can't see, missiles can't hit, and enemies can't stop. The B-2 Spirit isn't just an aircraft, it's a ghost. A reminder that in modern warfare, the most dangerous weapon is often the one you never see coming.